everyone, my name is Dave here with Eagle Brook Music, and today we're talking about the song Let It Be Said. And I'm just going to kind of fly through some of the parts. There's a bunch of different melodic parts in this song, starting with the intro, which just goes like this. And this is basically I'm playing capo 3 in a G shape. So that, if you look at the caged sheet that we have posted, basically this would be, this whole line comes right out of this whatever shape it is. Gosh, I'm so bad with the numbers. Doesn't matter. It's the one that's built around the G chord. So we have the intro. Now, rhythmically, that becomes a theme. Later in the song, the drums finally match that rhythm for the final part of the song, and it's super cool. The verse, so coming out of that, it's actually a weird deal where I have to kind of change my grip. A lot of times I end up sliding up with my third finger, but then I need to switch for this one. So those are the weird things that you have to think ahead about. Turn on a little roto vibe for the pre-chorus. Basically just playing up this scale with an open G string. So again, this would be, this is that. In the cage thing, this would be built around the C chord right here. So then in the chorus, put on a high octave, and this is sort of a melodic thing that plays around the vocal. We woodshedded this like 100 times to get it so it didn't step on the vocal, but it actually worked nicely with it. So it goes like this. Second half. And sometimes I go like this, or kind of jump up. All right, that's basically the whole song. The verse 2, not the whole song, what am I saying? Those are the verses, choruses. Of course, we build in intensity, we build in overdrive and all that stuff, but those are the parts. All right, so then the bridge has a couple different things going on. The first part is just this rhythmic deal. So live, I kind of just play off this open G string, kind of work my way down. Now that's that G shape. And I'm just playing right down the scale, just all pull-offs. About halfway through, I turn off the roto and turn on half of my drives. So if you're not doing this, I highly recommend staging or cascading your drives so you have 1, 2, 3 different overdrive pedals that are all just a little bit more overdrive, and as they come together, they get huge. So add in this, let's see, add in one of my overdrive pedals and it starts to sound like this. Let the wah open up a little bit. So basically the wah is in a heel position to start, really muted. As we're building in intensity, we are slowly bringing it to the toe. So it goes to this minor chord and then big chorus. We're coming out of that big chorus, and then we go back into the pre-chorus. We are basically just doing octaves all the way up. Then literally just single notes. Doing that where you basically are bending to the same note, but it just builds tension. And if you're listening, the end of that song is the perfect place. You're kind of falling off a cliff is how I feel it when I'm playing. If you listen to the drums. Now here, and it's probably worth noting that with a capo, you've got one bend and you're done. So you're now out of tune going into the last part, but I think it's worth it just for this last section. So instead of just going live, I would want to hit this with more of a hybrid situation. So I'm kind of outlining the chords and the melody. So if you look carefully or slowly, it's that's kind of how I would play at the end of that song. You just have to. You got to go big. Let's talk quick about the caged shapes that we're using in this song. So the intro is actually in the what would be the E shape, right? So it's an E chord, but it's barred. Same with the bridge, all that pull-off stuff. Slow that down. So basically that's all in that E shape in the caged framework. The verse it's really the D shape, if you see that D chord, or it's the bottom part of the C shape. This part, which is the bridge, that's all part of that C shape. Okay, so, and then lastly with this whole, so that's up in the G shape, which is basically, which is basically your easiest, most recognizable pentatonic shape. This is the one everyone knows. So you're touching on a few different, but the main shape is this open, which is just the E shape. I'm capo 3 in this song because I really need these open strings to play this line. Right? So I need those open strings, otherwise it just gets really small. So much of guitar is finding ways to make things bigger than they are. And whether that's using verbs. Now, probably a good caution is what sounds great in our ears a lot of times is too much in my experience. So what is pleasing to me in my ears is an ocean of waves and sound, but your sound guy will hate you. So I think that's why I love recording so much, because I can play something and listen back in context with drums and bass and keys, and you realize very quickly, okay, that was great on its own, but it sounds terrible in context. So context is king, we know that. So we talk a lot about playing simple, and this song, ironically, is not very simple. Even some of this stuff, it's busy, but I would say it is a texture. So it's not a lead part. So that's why I'm in the heel position on the wah. I actually want that to sit back up until the end. So just know that this is probably as busy as we'll ever get for an Eagle Brook song, but we were really, really surgical almost when it comes to the melody and making sure we didn't step on it. So I feel like it works, but if you're going to err one way, simplify it, I would say, live. So bigger is better. You are loved. Can't wait to see you play it. Bye.